What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X Dive weekly update. I was actually going to refrain a little bit from making this today, but I don't know if this is going to be a slower week in X Dive. But I also wanted to get this video out in a somewhat timely manner so that it just doesn't go up Tuesday, and then the update happens on Wednesday. For the time being, I'm just going to assume there's not going to be much of an update for this week, at least in Global. So, as you can see in front of me, Global is getting Colonel this week. Colonel as in the Reploid Colonel from Mega Man X4, alongside the Icicle Fang weapon. We're still going to have the Classic Base event running on as well, because that is a 2-week event, and the raid will be going away as well, thankfully. I'm tired of that raid boss. I thought it was 1 week, so I tried to stay top 100, and then I saw it was 2 weeks, and then I just lost interest. Like, I really don't feel like fighting Earth Sigma for 2 weeks. Don't know how many other people feel, but for those of you that are keeping up with your raid bosses, well, good for you, because I didn't feel like doing it. But yeah, other than this right here, there's not much else going on in Global this week, from what I can see anyway. So there is that. This isn't happening next week. This is available now. Let me just pull this up so you guys can actually see. We do have an activation code here. This was tweeted out by the XDive Twitter on April 30th, so 3 days ago, or 2 days ago, 2-3 days ago at this point. You put in this activation code, and I think it gave like 200 EMs or something like that. I just thought I would note that here because this was pretty recent. So for those of you that did not activate this yet, well, there you go. You get a few extra EMs. Alright, now I'm over here at the wiki page because the Icicle Fang weapon is a weapon that I do not have on my Taiwan account, and because for whatever reason you can't look at weapon stats and passives on the in the game unless you own them. I have no idea why. You can look at characters but not weapons. It makes no sense to me. But take a close look here. Well, okay, you can't really see that. But for those of you that have knowledge of the Mega Man X series, you might recognize this as, oh god, I forgot his name, Frost Walrus. Frost Walrus's face. So this weapon is modeled after Frost Walrus. The blade is kind of akin to his tusks that he has. I don't know why I did that motion, but you know what? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't do it. Let's scroll down here and take a look at the stats and such. We have defense increase at 0-star. We also have frostbite at 0-star, which is very, very interesting. I like that. And when hitting a target, claw is slow and reduce its movement speed by 60%, can be stacked up to 5 stacks. So you can get up to a 30% slow on the opposition when you're hitting them with this. With energy absorb, when hitting a target, there's a chance to add 20 additional points of energy. Oh, there's also a slash, a cooldown type instead of a recharge weapon. I forgot to note that. Output optimization, when energy is above 50%, increase damage by 10%. We have Scattering Cold, increase the number of attacks stacks for Frostbite to 7, and Jump Slash will also trigger the stack. I'm actually confused as to why they say Jump Slash will also trigger the stack, because Frostbite just says when hitting a target. So at least in my head, as long as I'm hitting a target, it should increase the stack, right? I'm not sure why it specifically mentions Jump Slash will not trigger the stack. So I'm assuming that Frostbite doesn't trigger off of Jump Slash. That's the only thing that I can think of why they would mention that. But now you can go up to 7 stacks, so that's 30, well, wait, no, 6%. So that's 42%, not, I was going to say 35, because I got I was thinking of this right here, the 5 stacks. No, that's 42% slow, which is very, very annoying, actually. That's one of the most frustrating things that happen. Like, if I'm just trying to disengage, like getting slowed from like a chill effect is very, very annoying. And then we have Assimilate, increase the chance of triggering energy absorbed by 50%. Again, I don't really like passive like this, because it says increase the chance of triggering this by 50%, but we don't know what the chance of triggering this is. It could be good, or it could be bad, right? Like, this could be 1% chance to trigger, increases it by 50%. Well, that's 1.5% now. It's not that much of a difference. Obviously, that is you know, an exaggeration, but you get the point. We don't know what the base chance is, so telling us it increases the chance of activation by 50% doesn't necessarily mean much. And then we'll take a look at the hidden skills. Here, we have Frost Moon Dance. When Gem Slash hits a slow target, increases damage dealt by 30%. Alpha Optimization. When energy is above 80%, increases damage by 10%. Cooldown Reduction Device. When you exhaust a weapon energy, reduce your cooldown time by 50%. And then Short Range Adaptability. Reduce damage taken by 12% when hit by a short range attack. This one isn't bad, because if you're getting hit with this weapon, well, you're probably going to be close range anyway with it. But I like Frost Moon Dance, I guess. I don't know why specifically it's Jump Slash. Like, yeah, Frost Walrus jumps at you, like he lunges, but I don't know why specifically Jump Slash for that. But that is the Icicle Fang. So now let's take a quick look at Colonel. Alright, so I know I just said let's take a look at Colonel, but there's a new character being released in Next Dive, and that character is actually already viewable in-game. They were actually viewable from last week, and that character is Nana from Command Mission. So, like I said, she was viewable in-game already. So we're actually going to be able to take a look at her before she releases. So we're going to watch this trailer first. I usually have this at the end of the video, but we'll watch this first, and then we'll go take a look at this stuff on my Taiwan account. So let's take a look at Nana. She's a navigator from Command Mission. Oh, that was adorable. What is she? 77? I can't remember. Alright, skill card gets switched between 3 debuffs: slow moving, immobile, or burning, according to your needs. Okay. Precise analysis. That's very support-like. Get some flexibility. You can enhance defense status after using a skill to reduce damage taken. It's very satisfying and advantage in battle. So you're like debuffed obliteration. Wait, what? Hold on. I didn't even see. Okay, so precise analysis. Enhance defense after. What? Is that still the same skill? It looks like it, but wait, hold on. Why did... Because sometimes when using, like, you, like, okay, so, like, you can kind of see the, like, right there, right? You see 3 different icons for it. The slow, the burn, or the immobilize. But then on this one, you don't see them, so I don't... Oh, that's interesting. Is it going to show us our second skill, or did I just miss it? Ah, Ultra Fire. Oh, okay, so Ultra Fire is, oh, okay, I get it. Ultra Fire is the one that switches between debuffs. Oh, the skills look the same, though. So okay, that's why I got confused. And then Precise Analysis, there might be a minor difference between them, but Precise Analysis is the one that, that doesn't have the icons on them. Okay, that's interesting. Well, she should be releasing this Wednesday as well with the upcoming update. Nana looks very interesting, actually. So let's hop on over to my Taiwan account and take a look at some things. Alright, so now we're over here looking at Colonel. And just like in X4, this being is a giant. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. He has his Rep before Saber here. Take a quick look at him. Okay. His 2 skills are Blinking Slash, which you might remember from X4 or just the previous Valentine's event. Perform an extremely quick charging slash to the target. You are invulnerable during attack and during movement of the skill. In Arena, you can use skill to teleport to the location of the target and ignore terrain. Then we have a huge shockwave. Create a shockwave that ignores terrain with your weapon. The shockwave will cause damage to all targets in the path, and reduced damage will be reduced to 50% after penetration. If these skills look and sound very familiar to you, they should, because Colonel in this game, he's Proto Man Light, or Diet Proto Man, as I like to think of him. So you guys know that meme of someone asking for something? It's like, hey mom, can we have blank? And it's like, no, we have blank at home. And it's like the blank at home. Yeah, that's Colonel and Proto Man. It's like, hey mom, can we have Proto Man EXE? No, we have Proto Man EXE at home. And it's just a picture of Colonel. Yeah. That's basically what Colonel boils down to in this game. He's much weaker than Proto-Maniac C. Attacks do less damage. There are some differences between them, but for the skill-wise, his Shockwave goes through terrain, and I don't think you get through Shockwaves like Proto-Maniac's for Sonic Booms. But let's take a look at the chips. Increase range by 30%. When you use a skill, you will not suffer from negative status effects, so it's showtime. In close quarters combat, range is reduced by 25%, but damage resistance is increased by 12.5%. This is basically Step Sword. And then this would be Proto-Maniac Sonic Boom. Harden, that doesn't matter in PvP. You can use it in PvE pretty effectively though. Power increase, 5% extra damage. And mobility prep time reduced by 20%. But now let's look at the passives, because that's where the units actually differ quite a bit. You have Summon Sentinel. They both have defensive passive. 30% less damage from summon enemies. Here's a very, very interesting one. Clash of Conviction. When target is a player, increase damage you deal by 10%. When you hit a player with huge shockwave, there's a chance to cause confusion, which will temporarily disable auto aim, which is quite nice. However, again, it doesn't tell you how high the chance is to trigger the confusion, but you have inherent player killer on this passive, and it's under a different name than player killer, so you can put any of the player killers on and they'll stack along with this. Melee Master, increase damage by 20% when using melee weapon. Military Honors, when attacked, there's a chance to gain a preventative shield that'll protect you against all damage. That isn't what preventative shield is, to my knowledge, in this game. Preventative shield is the debuff barrier, and I'm pretty sure that's what they mean when it's supposed to be the debuff protection barrier. Because when you get an actual shield in this game, it's called shield, right? Like, it's not called preventative shield. Like, they just call it, you gain a shield or a barrier. And we have Life Wagering Resolve. When attacked by a player, reduce damage you take by 10%. And the Clash of Conviction will now cause a huge with a 100% chance. So that's actually very, very nice. I like this passive because it's like, hey, you're going to trigger this passive, this confusion passive, right? It doesn't be like, oh, 50% more chance to do it. This is okay. Colonel actually has a decent bit of mitigation in his kit. 10% off of players, and then he has 30% off of summoned, which will be useful for matchups with summoned targets. So, like, I'm trying to think of ones that are released in global. Seal, she's not that prevalent in PvP, but her Cyber Elf attack would be counted as a summoned, a summoned attack. That's the first one I can think off the top of my head. The other ones are not released in global yet, so I'll refrain from mentioning those. But let's take a look at the DNA, because I think he has DNA. Melee adaptability, reduce damage taken by 20% when equipping a melee weapon, so again, more mitigation, not bad. Shockwave, release additional shockwave to deal damage to targets and cause confusion when you are equipping melee weapons. This effect can only be used... Wait. But, why does it... So this gives you additional shockwaves to use and cause confusion when equipping the melee weapons, but... This doesn't even have that restriction. Why is it... whatever, okay. I assume that the weaker shockwaves would not, or the additional shockwaves wouldn't cause confusion. That's probably why that's there. I'm not sure. Also, this says and cause confusion when you're equipping melee weapon, so this one would give you a 100% chance to, I assume a 100% chance to trigger the confusion off of the additional shockwaves prior to getting Colonel to 5-star. Which, again, I feel that feels a bit redundant because you guarantee the confusion at 5-star, but sure. And then we have a Commander of the Repliforce Army. Gain a preventive shield every 8 seconds. This effect is shared with military honors. So this shared with military honors. Gain a preventive shield every 8 seconds. Oops. So you come over here. When you're getting attacked and Military honors, you have a chance to gain predative shield every 8 seconds, but this is shared. It's shared with this effect. So between every 6 and 8 seconds, you have an opportunity to gain predative shield, which is interesting depending on if you're attacked or not. And then let's check your unique. I think it's like confusion attack or something. There it is. Surprise attack. When hitting a target and when causing confusion, hitting a target in confusion status, remove all positive status. This effect can only be triggered again after an 8-second cooldown. That's pretty interesting, I suppose, if you want to abuse confusion. It's not the best status effect, but it works well with Colonel and other units that can consistently cause confusion, and because you'll just dispel all their buff, which is quite nice. Alright, so coming over here to the card shop, we're taking a look at Colonel's cards. Colonel has 2 cards. This one is called Blinking Slash. Prep time for Blinking Slash reduced by 20% for the exclusive ability, and for the crit enhancement status, the second one, when hitting a target in crit enhancement status, the increased damage equal 8%. And then the Colonel card. I'm not sure if both of these are in global. I think Blinking Slash is, but I'm not sure if the Colonel card is. Regardless, enhanced melee mastery increases the effective melee mastery by 20%. So you have 24% amplified damage when equipping a melee weapon. This will increase a little bit once you get to 5 stars, but I don't know what that is off the top of my head. So, and then the second card, Confusion Special Attack. When you hit a target in Confusion status, increase damage deal by 6%. That's not too bad. And now looking at Nana. Oh, she's adorable. I never played Command Mission, but I knew who she was. I don't know why she has a 77 on her. That's her model number or something. I don't know. But we took a look at her skills already. Oh wait, what? This is called Long Distance Strike. Okay. Blizzard appears on the target units with dealing damage to all targets and range, boosting movement by 54% without taking damage or any. Oh no! Oh, get this out of here. Oh no. If there's no target, Blizzard will appear on oneself. I'm not sure. Okay, it'll just fire at wherever I'm standing, I assume. Okay. Changed to Ultra Thunder. Blizzard transformed into Ultra Thunder, which deals 2 times damage to the target and renders the target immobile. Oh, okay. Ultra Fire. Blizzard transformed into Ultra Fire, deals damage to all targets in range and causes the target to burn, doing 14% extra damage to the target per burn. This is actually really nice for things like raid bosses and things like that. She seems to be heavy on the debuffing side. I don't know if she was playable in the in Command Mission, but it's pretty cool. Then Extreme Blizzard. Slow movement by Blizzard cannot be removed at a North Predative Shield. Ooh. Oh, ooh. Between that or an Ultra Thunder, I don't know which one I'd rather have. That's a fat slow. 54%? Oh man. I don't know what the range of it is though. So that's pretty interesting. Then we have Precise Analysis. Precise Analysis on the target after a short period of time, it will launch a strike that deals, holy guacamole, a lot of damage, and causing a weakened defense state, and to take increased damage without taking damage during use. There's no target. Precise Analysis will appear on oneself. Okay. Alright. Applies weakened on arm destruction. Okay, so that's weakened attack on hit. 33%. Cut the damage by a third. Okay. Weapon Seal. Render the target unable to use a weapon. And then Skill Seal. Render the target unable to use skills. Oh my gosh. I actually really like Nana. Looks pretty good so far. You'd probably want to use this in PvE. Just because it would just help you live longer. But for PvP, yeah, you probably want to use this. Maybe that. Well, I don't know what the rest of her skills are, but that's what I would like to use for that. And then between one of these two, probably for PvP as well. And this would probably be for PvE. It's quite nice. Special armor, 40% chance to be immune to the effects of no skills. Oh my god. Just inherent 40% negation to 40% chance to be immune to no skill. That's pretty good. And when HP is 50% or higher, reduce damage taken by 20%. Okay, that's pretty nice. Resource Grab. When hitting a target whose defense is weakened, restore HP equal to 30% of your attack. So she has Sustain. Cool. Every 3 seconds. When Precise Analysis hits a target, you'll be able to Precise Analysis again, but this effect can only be triggered once every 6 seconds. Oh dear. Continuous Barrage Device. When you hit a target with a weapon, reduce the preparation time for Precise Analysis by 1 second. This effect can only be triggered after a 2-second cooldown. When you hit a target with Precise Analysis, reduce the duration of long distance strike by 2 seconds. Oh my god. Okay, so this is like base double cross right here. I like this because it allows you to reduce your cooldowns by playing more aggressively, which is pretty cool. I don't know what the cooldowns are right now on her skills because she's not out yet, nor do I own the character, so I can't check. Contingency Plan. You can perform Precise Analysis again when you are hit, and you'll gain Enhanced Defense status that will reduce damage taken by 60%. They really just want Nana to be a skill spammer. Okay. So 4-star is looking very, very deadly right now. You gain that when you get hit. So I'm guessing they want it to be hard for you to get one tap with this unit. That's because you're already taking 20% less damage when you're at 50% or more HP, and then you get hit and you gain a 60% defense buff. That's pretty nice. Overdrive Computation. The time needed to launch Resource Grab for HP restoration is reduced by 1.5 seconds, and the number of long distance strikes is increased by 1. I don't know what that means. I don't know how many you get, but it seems like you get at least 2 of those. Resource Grab. So every 1.5 seconds you get this. I really like Nana. I feel like she might be a fun character to play around with. But then, there's a lot of characters I like to play around with, so. I don't think she has DNA. No, she does not have DNA yet. But yeah, I'm actually... Although she's not a limited unit, she's one of the characters I'd be looking forward to pulling if I get her at some point down the line. I don't have any attachment to her because I've never played the game that she is from, but I hope that that the people that played the game she's from are looking forward to obtaining her as well. She seems to be good in PvP and PvE, which is very, very nice. I always love characters with more flexibility, and she seems very, very flexible in terms of what she can do for, you can customize it for the situation, which is always nice. But that's going to be it for this update. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below, how you feel about the things happening this week, even though there's not too much from what I've gathered so far. If something else happens, or something else is revealed later on tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably make a community post, so be on the lookout for those, because every once in a while I will use those to contact or get an idea of what people want to see, so be on the lookout for those. And yeah, I will see you guys later.